Hello and welcome back to We're Talking Tea. Tonight we'll be getting into the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 17, episode 3. But before we get into it, let's get into this drink of the night. This drink is called the Watermelon Martini. I added watermelon pucker, some vodka, a splash of lemonade with some vermouth, and it is delicious. But I had to do a martini because of the pajamas I'm wearing. It has martinis on it, so of course I had to do a martini drink, right? Okay, so let's get into it. Episode started off with K Michelle having her surgery. She was still in the hospital from having her surgery. A majority of the ladies sent texts, phone calls. Shamia showed up. So all the ladies supported her during this difficult time right now. She did mention that she had silicone still in her body because of the illegal injections that she received. So she said she's going to be living with this for the rest of her life. And I feel so bad for her because she was just trying to make herself perfect and went to the wrong person. And now she's dealing with this and suffering from it. But yes, so my heart goes out to her. We had Angela and Drew. They had a sit down at Angela's house. She spoke on her daughter. She talked about her divorce still not being. Drew talked about her divorce still not being final, and that she's still just friends with Black. Portia, Cynthia, and K Michelle went to the nail spa, and K Michelle was escorted in by her husband because she's still trying to heal from her surgery. But Portia kept mentioning the miscarriage and kind of throwing certain subliminals out there, and during the green screen, K Michelle was a little aggravated by it. She didn't like it at all. She felt like she had already had a conversation with Portia on the side and didn't understand why she was saying it. K Michelle, Shamia and her husband was next up, and Shamia is still going through with her rum idea for Grenada, but her husband is not backing her. He's like, he don't think it's a good idea, so she's doing this all on her own, and she's saying she's trying to retire her husband. Your husband makes good money. Why do you feel you need to retire him? How about you take notes out of Toya's book from Married to Medicine and just enjoy your husband and just be the wife that he married? It's as simple as that. He want kids, have his kids, have those babies. Do what you can, but don't let that interrupt your household or your marriage. Pinky sat with her attorney because she is trying to file bankruptcy. She has constantly have lawsuits thrown at her, and she has decided that she's not sharing this information with her husband, which is a bad idea. Y'all are married. You should share everything with your husband. If he's your best friend, you should be able to share everything with him. I'm just saying. So then they had Cynthia met with Kate, Michelle, and Pinky by themselves because that's the new ladies in the group. So she just wanted to get to know them outside of the other ladies. And while they were there, K Michelle had a whole bunch of reads that she was putting on Twitter. So Bravo had some of the other ladies kind of talking about all those different reads. And in one of the reads, she talked about a bimbo. Lo and behold, we find out later that she was talking about Portia. So Pinky said that Phaedra was saying that she eats meat, and she's saying she's a vegetarian. She does not eat meat, but Phaedra keep on putting it out there that she eats meat. Maybe you were thinking the wrong meat, but I'm just saying because you said that you do certain things. Pinky is still choosing to keep the bankruptcy from her husband, and the ladies said that she should share that with her husband. She shouldn't keep it from him. So when Pinky was praying over their food, she threw out in the prayer Phaedra's wig. Baby, Phaedra wigs are always laid, honey. You could never throw shots at Phaedra in her hair. Baby, Phaedra is always put together well. So I'm going to need you to follow that, Pinky. You do not want that drama or that trouble with Phaedra. Then we had Drew met with Black. They went out on a date. She called it a date, even though she's saying that you're just friends. Black is like, baby, I need you to go ahead and get that divorce that you've been working on for 3 years. Let's get it final so that we can officially be together. Because he's saying, I'm not putting all this work for his help. Then Angela took her daughter to one of the houses that she's trying to renovate because she says she has taken so many losses. She just really need a win. After the loss of her mother and all of her houses, being taken away from her. She lost over $2 million in all those properties that she had, and now she just wants to just start fresh, start small, and see how that goes. Then Shamia met with her rum investors in Grenada. She met with her attorney and some other people, and she's really trying to get this ball going. She wanted to do something called a rum bum with the picture of her backside on the rum bottle, and she preferred that it be a peach flavor. Well, Grenada says we don't have peaches here. We can't grow peaches here, so it's gonna cost you to get peaches sent to Grenada. So now she's like, oh, maybe my husband was right. I probably shouldn't have did this investment, but but she gonna learn the hard way. Then we had Pinky and her husband. They had a date night, and she still hadn't shared with him about the bankruptcy, but he was just sitting there telling her, like, I'm here for you. I want to be able to support you. I want to be that husband that has your back no matter what. So let's just continue to love on each other and let me be there for you. All while she's holding this in her back pocket, which we'll see on the next episode that she will finally share that that's what she's going to do. Then it ended with K. Michelle and Portia finally having to sit down, and K. Michelle mentioning that she didn't like how Portia handled things in front of the ladies at the nail spa with the whole blurting out the miscarriage situation. And Portia apologized. K. Michelle apologized for calling her a bimbo. She said it probably won't be the last time that I probably use that word because I prefer to use bimbo instead of the B word. And they kind of hugged it out and left it at that. But I just feel like Portia said she didn't mean anything by it, which I really don't think Portia meant anything by it. And that's what Cynthia said. Cynthia was like, Portia has a habit of just throwing stuff out there and not thinking before she speaks. I think genuinely Portia was just excited about what she had to say and what was going on with her, not to kind of talk about it behind her back or anything. She was just simply saying, this is what I thought it was because of my own experiences, and I'm sorry if that offended you or hurt you in any kind of way. So they went off, they ended it on a good note. So hopefully they can keep that going. But from the way K. Michelle confessional went, like, she's still gonna hold this, she's not letting it go, and she have to be careful with Portia. So we'll see how it goes. But this was an okay episode. They didn't really have too much going on in this episode, so we'll see what happens next week. But that's your girl. We're talking tea. And until next time, I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.